in 1982 in the province of Shenyang, China. He started learning piano at the age of 3, and now he's called the hottest artist on the classic music planet by the New York Times, and some call him the Tiger Woods of classic music. And he is our guest of today, Chinese pianist Lang Lang. Welcome. So you started learning piano when you were only 3 years old. How did your parents find out that you had such a talent in music?
First of all, they brought the piano when I was almost two. And then I was starting watching cartoons, and there's a Monkey King, and there's Tom and Jerry, yeah. And then one of the Tom and Jerry cartoon called Cat's Concerto, they were playing piano, and I got inspired after watching, they were playing Liszt Hungarian Rhapsody, yeah. So, but I didn't know who Liszt was at that time, so I look at it, I got inspired, especially the tuxedo and white tie Tom had. It's very fancy. Yeah. And so after that, I start playing piano, and I start to study with a really good teacher when I was 3.5 in Shenyang Conservatory. The teacher, Professor Zhu. And then a lot of times it's about competitions. So when I was 5, my first competition, which I won, happily enough. So that was my official debut on stage in front of 800 people. That was fun. I went to the bathroom 10 times before the show, before the concert.
As an internationally renowned artist, Lang Lang has sold out recitals and concerts in many major cities and is the first Chinese pianist to be engaged by the Berlin Philharmonic, the Vienna Philharmonic, and the top American orchestras. In 2007, Lang Lang was guest soloist at the Nobel Prize concert in Stockholm. In 2008, over 5 billion people across the world viewed Lang Lang's performance at Beijing's opening ceremony for the 2008 Summer Olympics. In the same year, he was also featured together with jazz pianist Herbie Hancock at the 2008 Grammy Awards. For Lang Lang, it wasn't an overnight success. He grew up with the company of the piano, while many other kids were probably watching cartoons. For most children, they might enjoy playing with other kids for the most part, but for you, you spend so much time with the company of a piano. How did you balance it?
When I was a kid, I actually growing up in a very musical environment. So all my neighbors, they play piano, seriously. So I didn't really felt lost because everyone was practicing. And also my best friend at that time, I mean, he's still my best friend today, he's always waiting for me. He doesn't practice. Yeah, he used to practice, and then he sees me, all the time. He's like, I'm going to play Transformers. I'm not going to play pianos. So this guy was like waiting for me outside, and after I stopped, and he jumped in. Let's play games. So I had a few great friends. So we always played together. So in the beginning it was good, no problem. But then after go to elementary school, and especially after I moved to Beijing, the playtime is finito.
When you were only 12 years old, you got a precious opportunity to attend a music contest in Germany, and it ended up with you being the champion. What was the reaction of you and your father?
Yeah, he never cried. I think, during my start of my piano career, never seen him cry until that moment. First international competition. We actually borrowed money to actually go out and buy the tickets, air tickets for me and my father, and also my teacher at conservatory, Professor Zhao. And so I didn't know that, of course. My parents didn't tell me that actually we borrowed that time, I would say about 6,000 US that time. Yeah, but early 90s, that's real enormous amount, and but very fortunately I won, and that was a happy time. But then I saw the video. My father was crying like really crazy, like he was totally weeping.
He was crying like a kid.
Yeah, it was like emotional. I've never seen.
Since Lang Lang was only 3 years old, he was under strict discipline from his father, and he sometimes describes him as a tiger father. During the interview, he brought up the book called Battle Hymn of the Tiger Mother that released in early 2011 that ignited heated debate on strict parenting techniques to illustrate his relation with his father. For Lang Lang, as successful as he is, he doesn't think such parenting applies to every child.
It's hard to say. It's really, because everyone has a different view. You can't. It's hard, especially in the West, to put your view on other people, and in China, same thing. You can't, put some other culture and to say this is better and you should do this way. It doesn't work. So my point is that we should learn from each other. And as a person, lived in China for the first 15 years. And then the second 15 years in the U.S., in the West, including Europe as well. I think both cultures are great, but you need to really take some time and to taste both cultures and to find some ways that you can combine, and some ways maybe you can't combine. But you need to be the judge for yourself. That's my point.
Lang Lang has also stated that its mission is to spread classic music around the world by training children and young musicians through education. He was recognized for his efforts by the United Nations Children's Fund that appointed him an International Goodwill Ambassador earlier in 2004. He accomplished all this while still in his 20s. Lang Lang shared with China Daily his goals for the coming future. You have achieved so much on the international stage, but what is your expectation for the year of Dragon?
By the way, I'm turning 30 this year. I forgot to say it in Chinese. So in Chinese, 30而立嘛, right? You stand when you're 30. That's in Chinese. So I hope I will be standing, and I would say that playing concerts, hopefully, I still play more than 100 concerts a year. So the quality need to be really the best I can be. I can be, but in the other hands, I have a foundation and I have a school, piano school, and I really hope that I also take some time and take efforts, to be focused on the educational and charity projects, and to make the connection between the networks I have, friends all over the world from different areas, and to get the idea and to find synergy between our ideas, and to keep finding new ways to develop a music world.